with pride worldwide. This is for the dreamers, rebels and crew, for the fans in the back and the diehards too. Break the chains, let the passion ring. We're calling out hate in the squared off ring. Kicking out at 2, where the love runs deep and the fight stays true. Kicking out at 2, no tribal lines, just respect me and you.
Hello, 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 he, she's, theys, and all those who slay. We are turning every headline into a headlock, every rumor into a running knee, and every story into a splash from the top rope. Welcome to Kicking Out at 2. My name is Michael, and with me is the maestro of mockery, the pile driver of puns, and my favorite co-host of all time, Tori. Hey, Tori.
That was a good one. Are you going to share your screen so I can actually see everything, or am I just going to stare at
I did.
these generic boobies that are here? It's not actually boobies, folks. Let me clarify this. It was just something happened with our.
Yeah, we're
having issues.
We're struggle bus today for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, the buses.
We are here for the special 9:00 edition of Bell to Bell. Your title probably says joysticks and dropkicks, but that's not what it is. So, hey, Lady Alpha. Everybody join in. Autumn, welcome in.
I wasn't here. How did their stream go? Did you get in?
I did not get home in time to watch it. I promise you, ladies, I'm going to throw that on as soon as we're done here. That would be the last thing I watch before I go to sleep tonight. I cannot wait to see what your first live episode was like.
Okay, well, they're in the chat. So how'd it go, ladies? Tell us. We want to hear. Tonight was their first live show.
Yep.
For those that are here. Definitely go check them out. Stampede, how you doing? I definitely want to give them their shout out, though.
Definitely. Jillian, welcome in.
Jillian, it was awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Big Mike already here, too. Isn't that right? Yep. Now I got like 30 different things up because I'm trying to fix things on the fly here.
I'll fix it. It's fine. We'll fix it tomorrow. You'll fix it tomorrow. I won't fix it.
I'll fix it in post. As they used to say, we're live, pal. All right, so big things popping, little things stopping. Shout out to MVP there. The time for Tuesdays, you see on the screen there, is going to be 8. It is going to change actually permanently to 9 p.m. for a while. Just some personal things. I've got to start it a little later on Tuesdays. So we're going to be 9.
It works out. I don't have time to go to the gym. Take my fat ass to the gym. So.
Well, and you know what? On the weeks that I'm free, I may just join you on that too, because I need some run off time too. Try to put on my my vest. I've been riding the bike here lately. The vest don't quite fit anymore. It's a little tight, and that's with extenders. And so I need to do something.
To be fair, you've had some shit going on the past like 2 years. So, you know,
yeah,
life has been lifing.
That life has been lifing for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just jump.
I'm going to the gym with this too, apparently. What area of the country are you in? I'm gonna be like, where do you live? That sounded really creepy.
Where do you live?
I started asking where she lived, and that sounded really fucking creepy.
Damn, doing a doxer in the middle of our show. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
I just realized I don't think you could hear the sound. I've just played the news sound, so we're gonna do the news.
Oh, I couldn't hear it.
We're gonna start with the one I didn't want to talk about, but I felt we had to talk about. Apparently, Brock Lesnar has been written off TV again. So he came in.
No, whatever will we do? Anyway,
he came in for WrestlePalooza, did a squash match with John Cena, and now apparently he's been written off again.
Look,
so he literally just came in for that match.
I don't care about him at all, but who the fuck wrote that? Like, this is John Cena's farewell tour, and you got him played like a bitch?
So, here's my thing with it. Here's my thing with it.
I was really hoping you'd do. I'm telling you, half the show is just inside jokes with you and me.
He's got to be back at some point.
Why?
Like, you can't, because you can't end John Cena like that. He can't come in and just, like, not let John Cena get the leg back.
Do you understand the absolute banger that him and AJ Styles are about to put on in Australia?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I think all of his next matches are going to be bangers. I'm just afraid that we're writing him off of TV just to then put him as the last match for John Cena to go off as a hero, finally conquering the mountain.
No. He absolutely has done nothing to earn being Cena's last match.
I don't disagree. I'm saying what I'm afraid of happening.
His last match should be Randy. It's going to be somebody young to put somebody over, and I'm fine with that.
Oh, the Royal Rumble. I thought he was done before then. We going
No,
all the way to
he's
the
talking
Rumble?
about Brock. Talking about Brock being back for the Rumble.
Oh, he's slated to be back for the Rumble. Oh, I thought he was. Sorry, I read that as run it back, and I'm like, so we're running it back at the Rumble?
At no point. I need someone to explain something to me. And
I can try.
Why are we bringing him in to begin with? You're paying this man an absurd amount of money to show up, not talk, not do anything consequential.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? You have a fucking stacked roster, and you keep bringing this piece of shit back.
I don't get it. And on top of that, it's not like he got a big reaction when he came. It's not like he got a big reaction when he tore it up. So I did promise something when we started this, just to kind of give a little happier note. I did say I promised I would give a random 1 month sub. And Isaiah, you got it.
Nice.
So I just clicked the button, spun the wheel. Isaiah got the 1 month sub. You got a 1 month free sub, sir. Look what we can get away with, face. Yeah. It seems to be that with Lesnar specifically, like, just maybe he was testing the waters, maybe it was to see if anybody cared. I don't know, but hopefully he's off in the sunset for good. We shall see. All right. We're gonna go move on. WWE's experimental Raw times. Over the next few weeks, we're gonna get some random start times.
I saw that.
Yeah, so Raw starts 7 p.m. Eastern now, 1 hour earlier. That's not going to stick either, though, because
Monday they're back to normal time.
Yeah, and then we're also going to enter a point where there's an 8 a.m. Eastern due to the Australia broadcast.
Next Monday, because next Saturday is whatever the fuck that thing is called.
Crown Jewel. Yeah.
This is the first time they've had a Crown Jewel, and I actually am okay with it.
Well, it's because the girls can
There's no blood money involved.
But like, we're bouncing around times here, and like, I'm okay with it. Obviously, they couldn't do it frequently because of their time on like actual television on USA, so that wasn't a thing they could do regularly. Now that they're on Netflix,
right?
They're just like, it doesn't matter what it posts. People will watch it when they watch it.
And that's just it. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You have the option to put your show on whenever you want to. Cool.
Yep. Well, and
do that.
That means like the Saudi aside, because I know that's kind of the big hot topic when we talk about international right now. But Saudi aside, that means that these people that are overseas that sometimes will have to watch us at like 2 a.m. because of the time that like they would be there for us recording. They're up until 2 a.m. watching the show. Now they get to watch the show at their time.
And Jillian can back me up on this. We have heels when we have our normal streams at like our monthly stream, and we do it at 7 o'clock at night. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and there's 6 or 8 of them that stay up for this. And I'm just like, that sucks for y'all. Like, that's horrible.
That's true. Um, we are thinking maybe for WWE pay-per-views specifically. Not saying that we can't do it for AEWs, but for WWE, we may actually do some watch parties in our Discord.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say any other details about it. We're going to have watch parties in our Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure to join the Discord. It's right down there. OVW's got a new project coming. The Return of Wrestlers. But it's not going to be on Netflix.
So I saw that. I guess I didn't even know it was a thing, but apparently they're going to do it themselves and shop it around.
Yeah. They are self-producing it. They're going to shop around what they make out of it. Netflix briefly held a first refusal right on OVW's TV deals, but no longer have that ability. So now, it's also said though that Matt Jones, who was the key person in the first run of the show, has stepped back from OVW operations. I'm sure some people that watch the show are going to be very happy about that because he was a bit hard on the production in the first season. So we'll have to see what happens. I would love to see more of it. I fell in love with Hollywood Haley J during that show. I didn't know about her. I didn't know Jesse Goddard was still wrestling. And he's a big name down there.
Mandy's husband?
Is it Mandy's husband?
No, it's Tina was her husband. Never mind.
Yeah. That's the other musclehead.
My bad.
Mahabali Shira, who was big in TNA, he was like the world champ during the run of that. So a lot of great people down there, and even like during the show itself, they were actually even running a thing with Al. Al was wrestling again, and so that was cool to see Al wrestling again. So I'd love to see more of that.
Al Snow was wrestling?
I know it never happens.
Wait, no, he actually he wrestled on the show?
Yeah.
That's why Netflix didn't pick it up.
There you go.
Mick Foley's not here. I had to take it.
Right here on streaming. But yeah, so I'll look forward to seeing some of that. I do enjoy NWA a bit. I'll admit, Big Mike, I haven't went back to it since Brodus got the belt. Tyrus. Since he got the belt, I kind of stopped watching at that point because to me it started going in a direction I wasn't happy with. So it was easy for me to just step away because I hadn't been into it that long. I've thought about going back into it though because I've heard it's gotten better. Oh, you mean the Netflix show? Oh yeah.
Wait, Netflix has an NWA show?
Yeah, there was an NWA show.
We talking about the band or the wrestling?
I think it's still the wrestling. However, I would watch an NWA show too.
I know that's right. I don't know if you saw this. Sting's son is making his debut this weekend.
Yes, I did see that. That was not one of my.
He looks
stories,
just fucking like his dad too.
Yeah,
he looks so much fucking like his dad.
But that's what scares me, though. It scares me that
I saw him. I saw them at All In.
Yeah.
And I was like, who? I didn't know who it was at first. And then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how much he looks like him. I hope they don't put the paint on him. I wouldn't mind some
own thing.
I wouldn't mind some homages in his presentation, but don't just make him Sting again. Jasmine Nix apparently has changed the game because Jasmine Nix is reportedly she's finished up. It's reported that she's done with NXT and the contract talks completely. WWE offered a multi-year deal at her current salary at the time, which was $75,000 a year. Many new NXT recruits make much less than that. Some top names make six figures, even above main roster minimums in some cases. Main roster pay minimum reportedly starts at $350,000. But Nix responded on Instagram confirming the pay scale issue, saying she'd have stayed if the rumored $80K to $150K range was real. but that's not what they were offering her. So she decided to kind of go off and do her own thing.
I'm
So,
the first to admit I wasn't. She didn't do a lot in the ring that I was a big fan of.
Mhm.
Still needed some work. Obviously, she had several severe injuries.
Yep.
I love that she was like, "No, I'm worth more than that, and if you're not going to pay it, I know who you are, but deuces."
Yeah. Well, and there's a flip side to it too, because like the few times that I've seen her post her talking about it online, it doesn't seem like it was her passion.
It
And
wasn't.
if
I don't think it
that's
was either.
if that's the case, then that's fine. Like she
Yeah.
came from soccer. If that's still what you want to do with your life, then go do that. Like that's fine. But I do agree. Like if you didn't think that 75 a year was enough, then all right. Which I don't entirely disagree because I make give or take around in that in Oklahoma, and it's still paycheck to paycheck. I could not imagine that living in Florida.
I will give you that one, Big Mike. Her tip up was so smooth.
It was smooth.
But that's again, she played sports,
Mhm.
and when you play soccer, that's a whole different muscle set.
Yeah. Well, her kip up, it reminded me a lot of how, damn it, the Alpha Babes. What's her name?
Who?
The Alpha Babes. You have Otis, you have Tozawa, you have
Maxine.
Maxine. There we go. That's right. Dupree. Um, reminded me a lot of hers because it wasn't like a kip up. It was like she land her feet and then like undertaker the rest of her body up. And it was like, it's impressive. It's really impressive.
I agree, Stampede.
Yeah,
if
for sure.
she stays, and I think she would do well on the independents.
Mhm.
I don't think she's going to go be a title collector or anything, but I think she would do well.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people, turn it away, but I've never had a problem with it. If y'all, thank you, Lady Alpha. I see that you also said Maxine as well. I appreciate that. I have people here reminding my old ass what people's names are. I haven't seen her on TV enough lately to keep her in the forefront of my mind, unfortunately. But well, except for when she's getting knocked around by Becky Lynch. But it's unfortunate.
I really, really hope that is a surprisingly good match.
I do too. I hope. And here's the thing: I don't even hope. I'm sure that that's what's going to happen. That's going to be a surprising moment. She may not win it, but she's going to show out on that. Because like she's been working really hard with TJ and with Natty. She's been picking it up, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of good stuff out of that. Yeah, I saw that Kelly just did some Joshi stuff.
That's amazing. And B signed with Stardom, fantastic.
I need to catch up on that. We got the link that we keep getting sent, and it shows some Stardom stuff, and I keep meaning to dip into that too. Maybe I'll do that this weekend when I got nothing better to do. But I mean, my first question is: Do you think NXT should raise the minimum?
Give me the numbers difference here. What is minimum for Raw and SmackDown?
So minimum for main roster is 350,000. That's what they start at. Hey, Christy. The current salary that she had, it's not the minimum, it's the current, is 75. It's just saying that new recruits make less than that.
Look, first of all, Florida's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
To me, it should be a minimum 100. And 25 spread out throughout the year is only like $2,000 extra a month. And in Florida, that's not going to go very far. Obviously, here, $2,000 is huge.
Yeah. So I would think.
I agree, Stampede. I agree completely.
Yeah.
Give them the opportunity to earn more money somewhere, a side hustle.
So this is one of those where like I'm going to put my business cap on because like I've ran some departments. I haven't ran a company, but I've ran some departments. And so here's what I think. If you're going to be 75 a year, we'll say that that's the minimum just because they say that people make less than that, but that seems like an awfully low number already. Then WWE should buy an apartment building or build an apartment building.
Yes.
And so they're housed
To
there.
house them.
And so you're also housing them and you're paying the 75. And then the 75 at that point is just like, that's bills.
Then it's easier, even if you don't charge them rent, but they pay their own utilities and shit.
Yeah. Well, and that's
Just
what I was thinking.
not paying rent is huge.
Because that, for my, like, it's a lot more cramped, a lot more crowded, and a lot more desolate. But that's kind of what they do in Japan. In Japan, they have a place for them to stay, and it's usually like sleeping in a bag on the floor of a gymnasium, but it's still something. Like, you give them a place to live so they don't have to worry about that part. Let them feed themselves, let them do all that stuff, but give them a place to stay, and then I'm okay with 75 a year. I don't think that's a problem. But if you want them to live in Florida for $75,000 a year, and they're responsible for everything themselves, nah, that's I'm making that as a basic IT guy in a clinic.
Did you watch any of NXT?
They're all housed together. I did watch some of NXT.
Did you see Santino come out?
No, I did not.
Apparently the crowd pop was stupid, and he like broke character to like because of how good the pop was.
Well, he deserves it.
He does. I don't think he really. It's one of those things. I really don't know that he understands how loved he was by the fans.
Yeah.
I loved Santino.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a huge Santino fan.
My favorite moment is when he almost won that Elimination Chamber. Because we got to the end and I'm like, they might actually let him win the damn title. That might actually happen. And I was ready for it. Stampede, and I agree with that too. So that's another thing. Like, if you're not going to house them, then don't lock them down either.
Yeah.
Let them do some local shows in the area. Like, obviously, don't let them go to TNA is different because now they got to deal with TNA. But don't let them go off and do like AEW or New Japan or whatever. But places in the area that they can run shows, let them go.
There's so many promotions in Florida.
And here's the thing. Like, here's where I will poop on the party a little bit. You need to have that in a contract of like shit they can't do. Don't be jumping off of scaffolds. Don't be doing
100%.
stupid shit.
100%. No, I don't have a problem with that at all. If you're going to say you can go wrestle, but here's the 5 or 6 things we're going to be like, nah, squash that. There's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because those aren't typical things anyway. So, yeah, if you're not going to pay them like you're paying the main roster, because fuck, I'll go sit and cater on the main roster for that minimum. Jesus.
Yeah. That's nuts. Yep. But what do you think about Santina? That's my curiosity.
That shit was so funny.
Mr. Stampede.
That shit was so funny. Look, I don't care how stupid it was.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was hilarious.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, if they were to do that today, the immediate jump would be, well, that's offensive and that's in poor taste. I push it to this, and I understand I'm a white guy saying this. I get that. However, I want to say the stupid thing, which is I have black friends. And what they have told me is that RDJ in Tropic Thunder is the funniest shit ever. And that's because he wasn't going in it to make fun of black people. He was playing a dude, playing another dude.
As someone who would be part of the group that would probably be offended, absolutely not. That shit was fantastic.
Yeah, because like we're in with the joke
against a fucking blow up doll. Yeah. Why are we having a problem with this?
But that's the thing. It's like we're in with the joke. He's not going out there actually saying he's Santina, and we're supposed to believe that he actually has a sister. It's the rib. It's the grande americano of it all. Like the fact that we all know it's a joke, the show knows it's a joke. It's fine. If they ran him out there as like, no, this is really a woman and this is really Santina, okay, that's where it's being offensive.
Right.
But he went out there with the chin strap wig. Like it was fun. It was funny. Piper Niven's injury, we got some good news among some of the unknowns. Piper Niven is recovering from neck surgery. Those close to her say that it is serious, but it's not career ending. So as long as she's able to get through this, she should be able to get back in the ring at some point. So good to hear that, because I know the last time we talked about it, it's been a couple of weeks because we missed the last week's episode. But the last thing we heard is that it could be career ending. So they did find out it is not career ending, and we could see her again in the ring, which I'm very happy about that. Piper Niven is an awesome talent, and I think we barely scratched the surface of what she could have been doing. And then to me, the greatest one of it all, Matt Cardona's NXT return. The internet champion is back. Love the fact that we get the woo 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 nation back in. The fun part to this, though, is obviously he's formerly known as Zack Ryder. He's part, and this is where it's kind of fun too, is that he's part of TNA, but he's not actually signed to TNA either. So the ideas of what
they have the chance to do something amazing with that.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's who signs him, and if he ends up signing back with WWE, and so he's a sleeper agent for WWE, that would be freaking awesome.
The way you could do this would be so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is official from. No, it's not, because Tay's on the wrong side. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. This is his first WWE TV appearance in 5+ years, though. So it's great to see him back there.
Crowd pop was nuts for it.
Yeah. And it was good because once they showed him on the screen, they did reference him as the complete Matt Cardona. They didn't try to Zack Ryder it up. So definitely showing that he is a different person now. Obviously, this could open up other crossover appearances, because the specific thing with him not having a contract there is what makes it very interesting, because he's choosing to go over there outside of a contract with anybody. So you've got Ced that's kind of doing per diem over there right now. Got a couple other guys that are just kind of not on the roster, but they're there. Could they come over too? And that's where it makes it really fun and really interesting. It was wonderful to see the inspiration. Those two girls, we've been fans of theirs for a long time, and seeing them back, especially together. Like, not to say they didn't have they had fun things separate, but I look at both of them like I look at the Hardys, or like I look at the Dudleys. Like, yeah, they had a little bit of fun separate stuff, but they were just the best together.
I don't know if you saw this earlier. Orange Cassidy was talking about that thing with him and Sting outside the ring where they traded kicks and stuff.
Yeah.
He said he didn't tell Sting anything. Sting just did it. He put his hands in his pocket, and he said Sting just knew what to do.
That's because Sting's the
And
man.
I'm like, that's so amazing. That's so good.
Sting knows how to do anything in the ring except for not trust the Four Horsemen, because he'd always trust them and get turned on. I don't know what.
Right.
Learn, Steve. Learn.
Did we talk about the beautiful people last week?
No, we had not. We weren't here last week, remember?
That's right, we weren't.
Yeah, so there are 2 people that were stated that they're going to be inducted in the TNA Hall of Fame since we last talked. One of them is Mickie James, which congratulations, Mickie. I'm surprised she's not in the WWE Hall of Fame already. That's strange to me. We got Coco Beware, but we can't have Mickie. That's weird.
We started on that shit.
But my personal favorite, and I'm sure why you're bringing it up, the Beautiful People, which the Beautiful People were the reason I watched TNA, because they were just so good. And like
they were amazing heels.
Hearing Taz, obviously Taz must have had a time machine, came to the current, saw that Booker T was gooning over a girl, went back in time to then talk about the pigeons being out. Obviously, that's how that worked, because he was doing his best impression of Booker T letting the pigeons loose.
She still looks exactly the same, too.
Yeah. And how does Bubba Ray Dudley?
Isn't he with Angelina?
No, he's with Velvet.
No.
They're married, man. They're married.
What? No.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like how Bubba.
No fucking way.
I don't even know how that happened. Like, but anyway, yeah, her and Angelina love, and then the other iterations were fun too, where you added in a couple other girls to it.
No,
But
they split up in 2021.
Did they split up? Oh, well,
Yeah.
they still shoot stuff back and forth, so I assume they were still together.
According to Wikipedia, they aren't.
Oh, well, y'all taught me something. Yeah, no, they still go back and forth sometimes on Twitter, so I assumed that they were still together. Two women's match of the year contenders likely taking place in October. Is one of them the EO going back match? I assume
EO and Rhea against Asuka and Kyrie.
So EO's going to go back to where she started and have a match.
Oh, nice.
I forget with who. Dan P can remind me, obviously. But I assume that's one of the ones you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Mercedes and Sari. Yeah.
Sorry, I've heard of her, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I figured the Io Sky Mayu match was probably going to be amazing. Because it's hard not to. First of all, because it's Io Sky. She's awesome. Marigold. That's where I was. Oh, that's right. That's right. Io started in Stardom. See, Stampede keeps me honest. Love him being in there to keep us honest on things. All right. Enough of that. Before we go on to our 3 count, we're going to go ahead and have a little W entertainment here. Pay attention, write it down, get your code, and get some discounts.
Kicking out at 2 intern Ace Finley here. And before Michael and Tori hit the ropes and dive into the latest in the world of wrestling, let's tag in one of our show's partners, W Energy. If you're looking to fuel your grind, whether it's late night booking sessions, streaming, or just surviving Monday, W Energy's got your back. No crash, no jitters, just clean focus. Use code KICKINOUT, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Now let's get back to the show.
All right. So for the 3 count, last time we did a little snake order, and I kind of enjoyed that because then it wasn't just one of us talking all the time. So I think we're going to keep doing that. I'm going to look at the list that we have and kind of go in an order that I think fits pretty well. We are going to start with one of Tori's topics, though. We're going to talk about the Bowens caster tension, which is, I'm going to label that scissor me or split me. The Unacclaimed faced the Swirl.
Why do you say things like that and know that I can't comment on them? Why do you do that to me?
Because you can't comment on them. But anyway, you wanted to talk about that match. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I'm really enjoying what they're doing with Caster and Bowens because we've almost gotten a reversal of, like, they've swapped places because now Bowens is like the heel, but he's not, and Caster's the face, but he's kind of not.
Yeah.
The Jerry Lynn involvement is still kind of weird to me. I'm not sure why Jerry Lynn.
I think Jerry Lynn is just fitting that spot. Anybody backstage could have been that spot. The dog spot, liver spot, orange spot, doesn't matter. But just needed someone in that spot.
Oh, not
and so I just think he's just there. Exactly. They're
100%.
They're slow burning it. We're not even during this, like at the end of this match, like they tease the scissor and then they both dip. We're not pushing into this. I will say the match was amazing. I wanted to say one little thing
Yes,
that I had against it.
that was going to be the next thing I talked about. I do want to point out, I'm pretty sure that Lee Johnson is with Julia Hart. And if so, then you won twice in life, sir. That match was amazing. Him and Blake Christian are such a good team. They're married. Thanks, Jillian. They are such a good team.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
We're going to get to that. These four had great in-ring. Like, the whole thing was pretty good.
Yeah.
For having not had... What's that thing going? Had Caster and Bowens together as a team for a while. We haven't seen a lot of Christian and Johnson on TV. I know they've been on Ring of Honor and doing their own thing. They've been together as a team, but not as they are now. It was just a really good match. Like, it was a really enjoyable match. Blake Christian is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that dude is so talented.
Yeah, the only issue I had with the match is I think we played the like unlikely alliance thing a few too many times during the match, because like one would get knocked out and then the other one's getting his ass beat and then the other one runs in, and they did that like 4 times during the match. I'm like, all right, I don't need that much.
They did kind of beat it to death. But yeah, no, I agree, Stampede, that Blake Christian and Lee Johnson are such a good team.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of hope if Tony ends up with a third show, call it whatever you want to, give me a cruiserweight title. Call it whatever you have to, whatever you can call it. Give me a cruiserweight title and let these guys go out there and do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You could have some of this would be like the old WCW cruiserweight division. Like, these matches would be so good.
Yeah.
So I just the whole match was great. I enjoyed Bowens and Caster. I've always been a big fan. So I'm hoping, I'm interested to see what they do with it from here.
Me too. Like, they're a great team. I do think we got very, I want to say, like, they were New Age Outlaws when they started, and then they were kind of New Age Outlaws when they split, because we didn't really know what to do with them by themselves.
No, you're not wrong.
So I think putting them back together is the better idea. And I agree with Stampede. I like that they're slow burning this. We're not just rushing back into putting them back in it. I don't know if I needed both of them to have a plaque saying that they're great. I don't know what Bowens is. I know it's a Guinness World Record, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, but that was just weird. But yeah, no, I can't wait to see where they're going with that. Maybe they're destined to have even a more messy breakup, or maybe they're destined to get back together for one more tag run. I don't know.
Bowens is talented, but neither one of them has gotten over as singles. The fans just haven't latched onto it.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on either one of them. They just haven't gotten over.
There's Black because she's a dentist. I love it, Stampede. I love it. All right. Number 2 is my first one. Bailey's personality split got even better this week. And we didn't talk about it last week either, so I'd like to kind of loop it in the 2, is we are very much getting this split personality. Last week, she gets roughed up a little bit. She started off as the hugger, running out, hugging everybody. Apparently, Wade Barrett got the first hug he's ever gotten from a woman in his life. That came out of his mouth, not mine. But she comes out there as a hugger. She gets beat down. Once she's getting beat down, after Lyra's out there to help her, She snaps, becomes Ding Dong Belly, beats the hell out of everybody, and then calls her an idiot for being out there in her match. This week, meets her backstage again. She's the hugger again. Thank you so much for helping me last week. I appreciate it. I love it. Thank you for being out there with me. Gets out there as the hugger still. She loses the match to Raquel, but then they still continue to beat her down. Lyra comes down to help. She seemed conflicted about it, though. Obviously, because last week she had this whole weird interaction. But she ends up coming down anyway. As Bayley is coming to from being beat down again, she sees that Lyra's down. She goes in there and starts clearing house. Kicked everybody's ass. Still as Ding Dong Bayley then pulls her up and is like, thank you for helping me, idiot. And like, come on, let's go, idiot. Like, still calling her an idiot the entire time, but happy that she was there to help. So it's really kind of a weird dichotomy of what we're doing here. I don't know. I mean, I get that, you know, we kind of had that with Toni Storm a little bit, but I think Tony's was more of she did that to play everybody. Where I think this one's turning out to be there's something wrong. And maybe we get it fixed, maybe we don't, but
I do feel like they're gonna have to go somewhere with this kind of quickly.
yeah, I mean, we don't want to end up in like what was it? Festus. We don't want to end up in that route where she's doing this for the next year. But I do think that's kind of more what it is. It's better than what I thought we were doing. I thought we were going to end up doing, like, she was going to be constantly kind of going back and forth. I kind of like that this week she kind of ended with meeting in the middle of she was bad Bayley, but she was happy that Lyra was there. So I'm good with that. She loses the ability to sign things. Yeah, maybe.
I kind of hope she leaves.
That's just because you want to see her and Monet.
It's not just that, honestly. Mackenzie Mitchell is at NXT. She said this place seems familiar. I should think so.
I'd hope so.
It's not just that. Do you know how much I would love to see Bayley do a Japan run? Those matches would be so good. Because she's going to go out there and throw bombs with those girls.
Yeah.
Run me back her and Athena. Run that shit back from NXT. Like, there's just so much other opportunity that I agree.
Yeah.
100%. That's exactly it. I just want to see her do more because I know that she has so much more she can do, but she can't do it there.
Yeah.
And if she's happy and they offer her the money and she's good, cool. I'll be happy for her. I just would like to see her go somewhere else and do more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd love to see what she could do. Her being a WWE lifer does make it kind of difficult to see like what she could do in the ring. You know, because she was still very young in her career before she got there, before she got to NXT.
Right.
She did have some stuff for NXT, which she was good. Like I'm not gonna fight that. She was good before she got there. But I'd love to see what she could do against some of those others. And maybe that's a down the road thing. Maybe she retires, quote unquote, from WWE just to do like a run of I'm gonna go places. Yeah. I think that would be fun to see. All right. Number 3, it's one of yours again. You wanted to talk about Julia Hart and Jamie Hayter, and plus a little announcement that Jamie Hayter had after the match.
Honestly, I don't remember a ton of the match. It was good.
It was a good match.
For me, it was the announcement. End of
Mhm.
next year, it was the announcement. Because we've had this back and forth with these groups for a minute. Yes, blood and guts. I was really hoping for Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
They've announced it for Greensboro for a Dynamite. If you do not give them a minimum 45 minutes, what are you doing?
Yeah, so selfishly, obviously I wanted it at a Wrestle
Yes.
Dream,
Yes.
but also on a front of a fan, how much are you going to be able to get away with on a Dynamite?
I think that's kind of where, yes, Jillian, I was hoping. You have no idea how much I was hoping. That should have been the main event of Wrestle Dream. And don't give me this. You haven't. We have to have time to build it. No, we fucking don't. You've been building this shit for months.
Well, and we still have time. There's still a few more weeks to
2
build
weeks.
that to something bigger.
But Penelope and
They have
Megan
standard.
Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. Penelope, Megan Bane, and the Triangle of Madness. TJ, Ty J, Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter, and probably Harley Cameron. Because Stat has the world title. I figure she's going to have something else.
I want Willow.
That's fine too.
I love all the girls you named, but I know Willow is another one of those that's in the background that has been pushing for this match. Let her do it. Let her get in there and just go nuts.
100%. 100%. And that's fine. There's so many that you could put in there for this. Oh, I'm sure she is.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of them are. They are so excited about this because they get to go out and do these things that women haven't done.
Yeah.
I know we've had a women's Hell in a Cell. I know we've had women's elimination chambers. This is not that.
The closest thing I think that I've seen, like obviously without going like New Japan and stuff like that, because they get a lot more into it, or indies where they go completely nuts. On a mainstream, I think the biggest thing I've seen is Full Metal Mayhem in TNA.
Yeah.
Rosemary did one with who's now Michin, but at the time was Jade.
Oh, yeah.
So she did one there, and it was phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a group of ladies in a match. There's gonna be flowers across the ring.
Frolic inside the fence. Oh my god, I'm so using that. The next time we're playing 2K and it's 100%. Oh god.
If we ever get to play it again, 2K is still not
Right,
giving
whatever
us an
happens.
update. But no, I'm so glad the ladies are getting this match. I know they've been fighting for it. Some of them more than others, but I know they've been fighting for this opportunity to do something as crazy as the guys have been doing.
And they deserve it.
Yeah.
Like these matches have been so incredible across the board.
Yeah.
I just give me more of this. This is the kind of thing you do that's going to showcase it's going to showcase 10 to 12 women in an incredible way.
Yeah.
26 years ago was the Rock's People elbow where he slid before he dropped it.
The in his socks.
No, it was dress shoes.
Was it dress shoes? Oh, okay. I thought he
They
took
just
the dress
slid
shoes
on
off.
the ring.
Okay. All right, we go from that one to a great return. I was massively happy. It's
What he said.
yes.
All of that. What he said.
Yep. Women can do anything that the men can do. And as we've seen the last few years in WWE, possibly better. I still think we're going to have an all-women's main event of WrestleMania here in the next 5 years at least. But But Stampede alluded to it earlier. Jack Perry's return and the return of the Jurassic Express. As much as it was confusing, because I think we retconned some stuff very quickly. Someone obviously had some sort of quick change, or to use the term pivot, because we had Luchasaurus, Killshot, Kill Switch, over with, with Mother Wayne and the Patriarch, and then now all of a sudden he's back with Jungle Boy, and we found out that Jack Perry was the one that brought him back in the first place, dug him up out of the grave.
Which is crazy to tie into the storyline.
Yeah.
Like, dug him up.
Yeah.
What?
Because we like the vignettes and everything, we assumed that Christian did that. And so now to have more footage showing him digging him up and him zapping him and waking him up. He comes out there, he's got the kill switch belt on. Jack tells him to take it off. He takes it off, throws it into the crowd.
He offered it to Jack first.
Yeah.
And Jack was like, and pointed to the crowd, at which point he threw it in the crowd. And I'm like, that's perfect. Like, that's how it should have been done.
Yeah. Tarzan Boy's a great song.
Cannot wait to do that in the arena with everybody. That's going to be so good.
So, but here's the thing: is so like, first, we got to keep the song because that's the nostalgia of it. And that could be too, Big Mike. It could be Nick Wayne got hurt, and that's why we kind of pivoted this because everything's got to be on hold for that. Maybe.
Well, maybe they would have delayed it.
Hey, Nick Blues.
But
Welcome in.
I think this is where we were going to end up at some point anyway. And I know this, and I've heard so many people complain about if you don't watch BTE, you don't know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you do, because they've referenced it repeatedly. Like, you don't have to watch BTE to know that there was beef with Jack Perry and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Do I think they could have done a little better job of putting that on TV? Yeah, they could have.
Well,
but,
the jarring part to me was just like, it was literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, we brought Kill Switch back and he was still with the Patriarchy, and
but he wasn't. But him and Kip had that match, and he basically turned on Kip and walked.
Yeah. But then came back, though.
I see what you're saying. I agree. Like I said, I think there's...
Yeah, no.
I definitely think there's a way that they could have done this a little better.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited about it.
Me too. Stampede, absolutely. I know they're taking a step back from that, and the immediate spot is everybody's like, he's coming in for Cena. He's coming in for Cena. No, that's not happening. As cool as that would be, because trust me, I would lose my shit, and I would actually give Tony some praise if he worked that out for Cope to go over there and have that match. Because as much as people say Randy's the guy, no, Cena's heel, Cena's Joker, Cena's counterpart was Edge.
Yeah.
Without Edge, you don't have Cena. And so, absolutely, that would be amazing for that to happen. But no, he's going off. He's going to go film some stuff. Lady Alpha, appreciate you being here. Have a good night. You and me, message tomorrow. Let's talk. The next one, it's one of yours. You wanted to talk about the Death Riders versus the Paragon. Because it had...
It was that, but it was more the... Which, again, Stephanie, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Cardona. I'd be fine with that, too.
Yeah, I'd be
It
good
was
with that.
more the Daddy Magic, Daniel Garcia interactions.
That tension
Because,
finally hitting its peak.
right, because they were both in the ring, and Daddy Magic is like yelling at him, and Garcia didn't even turn around.
Yeah.
And he didn't get in the ring with Daddy Magic and face him until it was like time to finish, when he was basically already out.
Yeah, the match was about to finish up, and then
This needs to pay off in a one-on-one soon,
Mhm.
but I honestly think Daddy Magic should get the win.
I would like to see Daddy Magic get the win. I don't see it happening, but I'd
I
like
don't
to see
either,
it.
but I think that he should, if for nothing else than for Daniel to shake his hand and then beat his ass.
Mhm.
But show the respect and then put the beat down on, write Daddy Magic off until Angelo's ready to come back, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah. I do like Garcia scoring the pin. I think his new finisher of just stomping people into the ground
I
is
love it.
awesome.
Of course it will be.
Yeah. If it's going to be an overbooked cluster, go back a few episodes and what we said, make it a gauntlet. Give me a
Yes.
gauntlet of like 5 dudes.
Yep.
And that's his last match. As we get some new guys, we
Absolutely.
get some reruns. Let him run a gauntlet.
If you're going to use Cena's last match as a put someone over, I have the perfect person. Mello.
That would be good.
Because Mello lost to him.
Yeah.
It puts Mello over. It'd be a huge reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You have The Miz out there who had a huge thing with Cena.
Which that's another one that I think needed to happen.
Yes.
He's got like 4 dates left. You don't even have to build it. Just have a match.
No.
I have seen some people say Oba because Oba just lost the title, which we'll talk more about here in a bit.
No.
I don't think Oba needs it, is the thing. I think Oba coming up, Oba will get, and I hate bringing his name into this again, but he'll get the Lesnar treatment. He'll come in, he'll tear through people. I don't think he needs it. Now, another young fella who I think is about prime for a call-up, Javon Evans. If he came in and
I would not hate that.
yeah, and maybe not even beat Cena, but like you let him give Cena a run for his money. I mean, first of all, he came up for the U.S. Challenge.
Right.
And I don't know if you caught this, but just him leaping over the rope to get in the ring, the crowd like gasped because like he got up there just to jump over the top rope. And they were ecstatic. So I'd love to see more. I hope we get to see more of him up there. And I think he would be a good one for that. Going to come out, people in NXT. Yeah. Oh, Joe Hendry. I love Joe Hendry. Let me say that up front. Love Joe Hendry. I'm not excited for a match between him and John Cena. I don't. To me, that doesn't match in my head of being a good match. They're both greatly talented, but I just don't know that they would have the chemistry with the characters they both have.
That's fair.
And I agree, Stampede. I don't think Javon is far enough along. But if we're gonna say, okay, someone's about to get a call up and they need John Cena rub, I don't see it being Oba. I could see it being Javon. Because I don't think Oba needs it. I do want to make a little, like, just a side thing. We're on the last piece of the 3 count, which is one of mine. But I do want to say, since we just brought it up, Ricky Starks, Ricky Saints.
The cover, can he do it? Kick out it too.
Jenny R. just subscribed over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
I think Jenny's one of my heels.
Oh, wonderful! Another heel. Heels are welcome. So are faces, and so are tweeners. Anybody else? But and consider that in wrestling terminology or other terminology. Either way, I've met some tweeners in my life. Um, you okay over there? You just try to keep it straight.
Just go ahead.
So are
Just
the
keep
tweeners.
going.
But congratulations to him. I think the match to me was a little lackluster. Have you watched the match of Saint Nova? So the match is a little lackluster, but I think it was lackluster for a reason, for a purpose. And that's because basically how he won is he kept dropping him on his head. It was DDT
You know what, though?
after DDT after DDT.
I don't hate that.
No, because like, how else are you going to beat this big bastard?
Right.
Drop him on his head a bunch of times.
I don't hate it. I don't know. I don't think Ricky should have gotten the title. I think there's other people that should have gotten it before Ricky. But that's just me. I just
I don't disagree. I mean, Ricky obviously got he got the superstar coming in treatment, and so he got pushed directly to that main event slot. Okay, I think he's a talented kid. I do think he has a lot more under his belt than most. But yeah, exactly to the point. Ricky is almost 36 though. As much as he seems like he's a young kid and has a lot
he
of,
does look super young.
I mean, he looks like he's young in the tooth, but he's up there. Like, so he's hitting a point where they got to pull that trigger or not. Ricky Aints. I like it. But all right, so my last one, the at NXT No Mercy, Grace versus Monroe, weaponized steel cage match, full middle mayhem if you're nasty. Good Lord, they whipped each other's asses. I think we saw a different side of Monroe since moving over to WWE. I think we finally got to see what was missing. Because like we got to see her at her best in that run with Tony over at AEW. And I think we've been missing something. I think this was it. We turned that character from the pretty Barbie doll to a girl that could take you to hell with her if she had to. You had a haircut spot, like cut her locks off and stuff, which already got referenced today of her having to get some extensions in and straighten her hair again until that grows back out. You had an air raid crash through the table, which was amazing. I don't disagree. The yes, bleeding is something I think is in certain situations very, very much missed. I think it could have enhanced this. I'm trying to look past the fact that they didn't let them bleed. Because the match itself was very good. The women did amazing. I do wish they would have let them get a little more violent with the blood and stuff. But that's the management trying to tone it down. That's a decision that they're probably not going to get away from anytime soon, of treating women more delicate than they treat the men. And thinking blood is unnecessary. Where in some moments, like this one, it would have benefited the match to make it a little more violent and a little more intriguing.
I understand their stance, rules, whatever you want to fucking call it. If you're going to have a match like this and call it that, you have to let somebody bleed.
Yeah.
Like you have to. But if we're gonna give Mariah, let her be Mariah.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the one that was ready to cancel Wild 'N Out either. Let her be herself though.
Let her be
Good
her.
throwback. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I like it.
If you're going to do these matches, you have got to find a happy medium of we're going to allow this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I understand not wanting to take it too far. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying they should both just be busted up. We're going through glass and light bulb. We don't need to do all that.
Right.
Do I think one of them bleeding is a bad thing? No. Do I think AEW takes blood too far sometimes? 100%. I think they need to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
I also think the WWE needs to let go of. I understand this is NXT. I get that. But this is not on CW. This was on whatever fucking platform it was on. It was a pay-per-view, basically.
And so that could be too, because just so everybody's on the same page here, NXT has not made the move over yet.
Wait, that's still on Peacock?
So that's still on Peacock for now.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
So I
didn't watch it because I thought it was on ESPN.
Yeah. That's right. They were shouting out our lady friends there, bringing out the diamonds. But it was a good match though for what they got to do. So that does bring us over to the main event. The main event I want to talk to you about today. I didn't preface this. I didn't give it to you ahead of time because I wanted to get your natural reaction on it. Nia Jax is getting ran through the shredder again.
Okay.
She had a three-way match at a very short stop, Irish whip for Jade Cargill into the steps, which fucked Jade up.
I saw that. She busted her up. That cut was deep.
And a lot of people are pushing that on her again. Let me start with just what do you think?
Okay, so I didn't see the whole match. I saw the pinfall mistake where she didn't kick out.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say this, I'm going to put a little bit of that on Ref Bay. She should have counted the 3.
Yeah.
If Tiffany wasn't losing the title and Jade was fucked up, wrap that up right there.
Yeah.
She should have counted the 3. Nia should have kicked out. And if she was fucked up, we should have counted the 3 anyway. Yeah, she should have hit the 3. I didn't see the Jade thing. I saw the aftermath with that giant gash on her head. Welcome to the business. Shit happens. Do I think that's Nia's fault? No. I don't. If she hit one of the handholds and that's what split her open, that could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
If she went face first into it, that's kind of on her. Now, does that excuse all the other things Nia has done? No. It doesn't.
The thing that makes it look a lot worse. Yeah, the thing that makes it look a lot worse is the history.
This is not the first time.
Yeah. But I think we talked about it though a while back, like when Tiffany and Jade crossed paths the first time, Tiffany's still very young in the business. Jade, despite the fact that we've been saying her name for a long time, relatively is still young in the business.
Yeah.
And so they didn't really have good chemistry. It was kind of an awkward match. You're still in that situation where she's still a little young in the business, and so a mistake happened. Nia went for an Irish whip. She could have put her hand up more. She could have pushed back. But there's a lot of things that could have been done in that situation. But
and again, we've never done it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to act like I know the intricacies of going into some steps.
Well, and to that point, so the difference being is that a former WWE talent actually spoke up on the matter. Bishop Dyer, which is Baron Corbin.
Oh, yeah.
He actually put in a little word for it. He didn't just stay silent. He actually stepped up and defended Nia, pushing back on the accusation. He said, look, we don't always see intentions. We don't always know the complexities behind every move. He's not saying that there aren't mistakes, but he's saying don't jump to conclusions without knowing the full story. So without knowing exactly what the spot was supposed to be, without being the one in the ring, without being the one in the match, we don't know what happened.
Right.
So at the end of the day, business is going to business. And so if she gets reprimanded, if she gets pushed off of TV, like whatever, then we'll know that something happened. If she's back in the ring this next SmackDown and doing more then we'll know. Like we're not the ones in there. Obviously it's a messy situation. Jade just got back, and now there's a chance she might be out for a little while because that was a gnarly looking gash on her face. So there's no telling what kind of damage is there without being seen by somebody.
Stampede, I'm going to push back a little on Nia being unsafe. Shit has happened. 100%. Do I think she's ever gone out there with the intent of, I'm going to, whatever happens, fuck them? I don't. Do I think she has made a lot of mistakes in big moments? Yes. And I think that's been the one for me, and it's not always, but for me, it's been big moments where she's gotten overzealous, too excited, whatever you want to call it, and that's when this kind of stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
If she's having an issue regulating that, that's a whole different conversation. There is a pattern, but to me, it's not enough to say Nia is unsafe and should not be in the ring. If we're seeing this pattern, why are we not addressing this? Why is she not being sent back down?
Yeah.
That's fair. You're not wrong there. That's fair. I just feel like that she...
I think that's...
It is a little hard to defend at the same time.
Yeah.
I'll own that. But I agree that she does have their career in her hands and she needs to do better.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not the ones that are signing the checks, so we'll see what they actually do with that. I know the biggest thing that was the fight on the internet that I've seen today is, was it her intent to hurt somebody? I don't think that. I mean, I've seen Nia on other projects where it's just Nia. It's not Nia being the character
Right.
Nia. It's her being herself. She seems like a very sweet, loving person. I don't see her out there trying to hurt people. Obviously, though, like it's a situation like I would imagine when Andre first started, he probably had a hard time regulating his size when it comes to being a wrestler, because when you're that big and that strong, it's probably hard to pull that back some. We saw it with Mark Henry. Mark Henry had that same type of rumor about him, of he was out there hurting people all the time, and he did. He had a lot of mistakes when he first started because he's a big, strong dude. He's legit the world's strongest man for a while. And he had to learn how to pull that back and be more safe in the ring. And maybe she just hasn't gotten that yet. She hasn't gotten the idea of, like, you are a lot bigger than these girls. And, you know, because of that, you're a lot stronger as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Before we get to ending the stream, wonderful follower in the chat still, I hope. Jillian did ask a question to us on Twitter. I went ahead and threw out a poll for it as well, just to kind of get some feedback from some people as well. But the question was, there was an interview that was done. It was Evil Uno, and he touted that he believes that I don't disagree. It's getting to that time. He said that he believes, dollar for dollar, Young Bucks are the greatest tag team of all time because of how they reinvented themselves, and he feels like all tag teams started to try to be like the Young Bucks, and then the Young Bucks changed the game again, and that other tag teams are still trying to catch up to where the Young Bucks are now. Now, those are all big claims, and I don't want to go through all of those, but just this statement itself. Is there a conversation where the Young Bucks are the greatest tag team of all time?
Okay, we do have to. I do have to say there's some serious bias on Jillian's part. Like, she is 100% the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Like, she is a member of the Dark Order, card carrying till she dies. Dark Order.
I mean, you know my feeling about it. I mean,
no, 100%. The greatest team of all time. I struggle with saying that for anybody because it's so subjective.
yes.
Do I agree with his point that in the last 10 to 15 years, the Bucks have been the standard? Yes, absolutely. They started AEW. They were one of the founding fathers. There's just so much that they've done. And again, the way they've reinvented themselves and the fact that they've wrestled everywhere. There's just so much they've done that, do I feel like in the last 10 to 15 years that the Usos and the New Day are 1, 2, and 3, and you could pick who's first, second, or third at any time? Yes. Do I feel like the Bucks have influenced tag team wrestling a ton over the last 10 to 15 years? Absolutely. The best of all time? I don't know. Because again, I feel like it's a very subjective. It's the Mount Rushmore conversation. So what are we basing this on?
I want to add a little bit more fuel to that.
Okay.
I don't feel like they have just given inspiration to tag teams. They've inspired a new generation of wrestling. Because if you think about the stuff they were doing in ROH, the stuff they're doing on the indies, those spot monkey situations that we now have with the Ospreys, we have with the Omegas, we have these people, and even we go younger with the Lee Moriartys and the Swirls and all that stuff. There's people now that are mimicking what the Bucks were doing 10 years ago. And so now the Bucks are not relying so much on the in-ring stuff, now they're relying on the character stuff, changing the game again. I do agree with you. To me, greatest of all time, that's a hard statement.
Such a hard thing to say.
Yeah. When you've got stuff, yeah. I'm sure.
Stampede, I understand what you're saying about their matches and so on, but I also understand that the Usos can't go out and do what the Bucks can do because of the company. If you give me a free-for-all anywhere in the world that's not a WWE match of the Usos, the New Day, and the Bucks, I will absolutely do the one thing I fucking hate and chant, fight forever. Fucking hate that chant.
Yep.
But at the same time,
yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm saying. It's subjective. I do think the Bucks have done exactly what they said, and they've changed the game over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else is playing catch up at this point.
Yeah.
When they retire, can we say the Bucks are the GOATs? Probably. But again, based on what? If we're looking at ratings, yes, it's the Bucks, hands down.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of that, we talk about them having the 9-star ratings and what have you. You have to also have the competition. You have to have the right environment. You have to have the right opponent. And do I think the Usos have had a lot of, and I'm going to take 5 and above out of the conversation, because I think we can all agree that the star rating system changed because I think Dave felt like he had to change it. And so then he was like, well, I never said 5 was the limit. So now we
Right.
can have 6 and 7, so, all that stuff. Do I think they could have had a bunch of 5-star matches if they had the opponents that could keep up with it? Because that's always kind of been the problem, is tag team in WWE has never been something they focused on. And so we talk about the New Day and we talk about the Usos being the top of the top, and that's because they're the only ones that really have stood the test of time in WWE over the past
100%.
years.
Absolutely.
The thing that gets me is the of all time. I agree with you. I think in the last 10 years, absolutely. I think they have killed it the last 10 years. Even if you move it down even further to when AEW started, from then on, I think the Bucks have been killing it. And absolutely, I could see they have a reference for that. But it is the Mount Rushmore conversation. It is the top 5 and top 10 conversation. It's hard to say who goes where for what reason. I think the biggest takeaway of it is I agree with you. I think what we need to have is we need to have a 3-way dance between the New Day and the Usos and the Young Bucks somewhere away from AEW and WWE, and just let them have some fun, because that match would be a banger.
And I will agree with Stampede. Their in-ring pace is slower. You're not wrong. Is that habit, or is that just how they work? Because those could be two very different things.
Yeah.
Is it because that's the pace they're told to go? Or is it just how they go?
Well, and to so me, Stampede, and a couple other guys, just so everybody's aware, we do a little side hustle every once in a while talking about the Smokefield arena, and we talk about like olden days. To me, I look at the Usos, and I look at the New Day a lot like Hogan. Hogan in WWE was the 5 moves, right? He did the basic things. He did what he was told to do. But then you see him over in New Japan, and he's doing like enziguris, and he's chain wrestling and all that. He could do more,
right?
But they don't let him do more.
Stampede, you have a fair point about Jay.
Yeah,
and I don't disagree. And they may absolutely just get blown up by the Bucks. I think Kofi and Woods could go with them. You could run back the Usos and the FTR, and I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. Well,
no, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, and that's where like WWE is where the spectacle is, right? That's where the substance isn't as important as the presentation. And so if the 5 moves look good, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the 5 moves.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's necessary. Like I don't want to throw things under the bus, but like Jay doing the plancha, and he missed that a couple of times because he was blown up just from doing his entrance. Well, maybe we don't do the plancha for a while until you get that win back up.
Well, and the fact that there was such a double standard with that shit.
Well, that too. But my point being, though, is like I understand pulling the reins on stuff when they're looking for a polished product. They pull off some of those things. It's like we said, if NXT stars could do things local, you still want to take some of those higher risk than reward. That's what I was trying to think of. Off the table.
I agree.
Where this might not look good if it doesn't hit right, and you only hit it right 3 out of the 4 times. It might be the 4th time.
You hit it 4 or 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Yeah,
you hit it 9 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're shooting like Fulton, you're 1 out of 5. We're not doing that.
In Kofi, Austin, and E, I still wish we could have gotten the Elite versus the New Day. I wish somehow that could have gotten worked out over the years. I think those 3 against Omega and the Bucks would have been match of the year contender, hands down.
But again, yeah, you're right, Jillian. Penta has 100% slowed his pace.
Yeah.
Do we run into the same problem like Stampede's talking about, though? if they got away, could they keep up with the pace of the Bucks, of the Elite?
Right.
And I threw out a Mighty Ducks reference, and I was really proud of that one.
What about
yeah,
Goldberg?
That's a Goldberg I'm actually okay with.
How was the Motor City? What do you think was? Okay.
They've dropped out of the top 10 in my book.
Again, though, that's like, where are they and what are they doing? Like, that's
exactly.
They have not had the opportunity to show us what they can actually do. But anyway, thanks, Jillian, for the question. I think that brought a great conversation. Before we start in the end here, and I go through the last pop, I do want to bring up something that has been talked about internally with some people, and so I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. We do have some exciting news. Kicking Out 2 is now a part of our very own media group. We have created Gimmick Table Media. Our plan for this is not just wrestling talk. It'll be a hub for multiple forms of entertainment, all the while being welcoming and inclusive, a space for everybody who's looking for a community that feels like a home. No gatekeeping, no judgment, just good content and good vibes. So if any content creators are hearing this right now and you have outside wrestling interests, feel free to shoot me a DM. We'll talk about it. We'd like to get as much what's up?
DM him, because this is it. Like, I'm just a talent. I just show up.
We want to get as much diversity in this as possible.
Absolutely.
All of us doing the same thing on all the channels. It's not really something that I think is advantageous to growing everybody at the same time. Right now, the Gimmick Table Media features our longtime friend of the show, Jess, who's over on TikTok killing it, doing tarot readings and all sorts of witchy fun stuff over there. I pop on there at least once a day just to ask her a question. And she's been spot on with a lot of stuff that she's told me and advice she's given me. So over there on Moonlit Tarot, that's at Moonlit Tarot 1705 on TikTok. So go hit her up, follow her, watch her. She's a lot of fun. Ask a question, help her build her community. And we're always looking for more. So, definitely if anybody wants to be a part of this fun journey with us, come along with us.
Not the 1974 Datsun, dude. No, not that.
Ooh, shit.
I will say, with us doing this, one of our requirements is going to be inclusivity, though. Like, that's going to be a thing. There is too much of this rhetoric in too many spaces. We're not doing that.
Well, and so I want to bring up my wonderful child, who we had a conversation in the car today, and we were talking about this exactly, because I like giving her the kind of the skinny on what we're doing. And she said, I think, and she meant this in a good way, mind you. She said, I think you two are the most woke streamers on the internet today. And she may not be wrong, because cis white male with a trans female partner, who also is like, we have our unofficial wrestler of Kicking Out at 2 is a trans female wrestler killing it out there, Kid Bandit. Yeah,
And
exactly.
just talk to them.
That is wonderful.
They're so cool. I fucking love them.
And
Don't.
no,
Nope,
no,
move on.
I'm just gonna say, if you follow her on Twitter, do not open that stuff up at work. Never, ever, ever, ever open that up at work. I immediately had to shut down and turn off my computer.
You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You absolutely don't. And I'm just gonna be that person. Sex work is work. I don't care who it is. I don't care. It's work.
Yeah. No, I'm cool with whatever you do. It's your body. Do what you want. But just, I don't want to get fired today. So, But yeah, so just wanted to throw that out there. So you'll see a little bit of a change. As you can see, the logo for our new media group is right down here in the lower left-hand side of the screen.
You know what? I didn't even notice that shit.
That's because you're the talent on the brains. But we'll go ahead and go to the last pop. Continuing the conversation for the last day of the last stream of this month for us. So remember that September is Suicide Prevention Month. And it's a reminder that life outside the ring matters just as much as life inside the ring. Everyone's fighting their own battles, and not every struggle is one that you can see. Sometimes it's less about going it alone and more about tagging in the people who care about you. Check in on your friends, listen without judgment, and remember, asking for help doesn't make you weak. Even the strongest people need a tag sometimes. And if you ever want to tag in with us, you can catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, BlueSky. You can sign up for our Discord, which, reminder from earlier in the show that I said, we're going to start doing some Discord watch-alongs, on some of these pay-per-views, because I know sometimes it's difficult for everyone to enjoy not finding a pay-per-view on whatever streaming service that they're deciding to have it on this week. So hopefully we can have that together as well. But get us on all of these things so you can share your faves and keep this conversation going. And in the meantime and in between time, thank you everybody for joining in. This stream has been a blast. And I did some research today, and in November, coming up on the 25th, which is a Tuesday, by the way, I double checked that as well. So it's a day that we're streaming. Will be 3 years of us doing this.
That's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
It is.
Are we streaming that week?
I mean, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
I mean, we could do it on Thursday because I ain't got shit to do. Mary's working, so.
I mean, we'll have Friendsgiving before then, and that's
15.
more important.
I know that's right.
Chosen family over real family, I'm telling you. It has been a crazy journey. I watched over a couple of our old episodes this morning just to kind of see where we were and where we are now. The amount of fun we get to have because of you all in the chat, because of you guys following us along in this. And with the news of us doing our own media thing now, that does not mean that we are going to lose sight of the people that helped get us here. So Big Mike and Sped, Vinny, Stampede always being here with us. Jess, of course, I know she's stepped out of the wrestling world and went into her own thing, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all these wonderful people. And we will continue to be here as a resource for them, as long as they will continue to be a resource for us as well. They have become part of this family.
To be fair.
Hang
on. October 7th of 2007 is where this started.
Well, yeah. That's when that's when this concept came up.
That's next Tuesday.
Yeah. Our first video was what I was going off of, because
oh god, I had to look it up to see what it was,
because I threw this channel together because of just a random conversation we had. And just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I think I may have had a couple of libations that day and just decided to start doing shit without a plan. But no. So thank you everybody for being here and making this amazing.
Jesus Christ.
18
years. We talked about that shit for 15 years before we started doing it.
Yeah.
What?
That's because we were lonely and not lonely. I'm lonely. No. So we were. I don't know. We weren't confident enough to do this yet, I don't think. As far as some,
I know I wasn't. So.
I do want to throw in some recent people. So Jenny R, who just subscribed tonight, thank you for that. Corruptify has followed us over on Twitch. Stalker Seren also followed us over on Twitch since the last time we talked. Dizzy DX, Dizzy DDX. There's a couple more X's in there, but Taylor Martin followed us, and then of course our own Autumn dropped a follow just 4 days ago as well. Thank you all for that as well. You're the ones who help make it fun. We've drudged through a lot of streams of nobody being here and us just talking to ourselves. And so you guys being a part of this conversation makes it so much better.
We definitely need to work out a time to get Autumn and Lady Alpha on just to say hi and introduce themselves.
Absolutely.
Just because I know there's going to be people in our chat that don't know who they are. And they just had their first live show tonight. Lady Alpha said it went great, chaos, but it went great.
Yep. Well, and
that's fine.
Always catch our Twitter. Like I'm constantly sharing them out. A brand new stream. I know they're growing by leaps and bounds already. They've only had three regular episodes. Their fourth episode was their first live episode. I'm very sad that I missed it, unfortunately. So I'm going to go back and watch that here shortly. But they're already killing it. They're already reaching up close to us on followers on YouTube.
That's awesome.
So absolutely killing it.
Yeah, Stampede is fucking amazing. Stampede is he is the Mike Tenay of our show. I feel like that's fair. Mike Tenay was kind of the encyclopedia.
I mean, I would say Mike Tenay without the attitude.
That's fair.
Because he had a bit of an attitude on him.
He was kind of a dick. But yeah, go follow Stampede. He's fantastic. His takes are generally pretty good. Like, we disagree on things. I say that because we've disagreed on things, but it hasn't been in a bad way.
Yeah, no.
We just disagreed.
No, Stampede, honestly, like, I got nothing.
I mean, at least you hunted about it. Bitch, it is what it is.
I got nothing to say to that. But no, the conversations that Stampede and I have had, and especially on the other show that I was talking about, like, the people that we have surrounded ourselves with are the people that we cater to, and the people that we talk about all the time on the show. Things are a buffet, and you don't have to shit on other people's stuff just because you don't like it. If you can have opinions, you can have the idea of what you like to watch and what you enjoy watching, and you don't have to be a dick about it. I'm going to start trying to get residuals because CVV has said it. MVP has now said it. I heard on a thing that Maven has also said it. People are starting to now call it a buffet, and I just want to say that's our thing.
Trademark that shit.
I'm gonna start trying to get some residuals out of that shit. But
you know what? They can just come on the show. We'll call it even.
That I'm good with that too. So MVP, CVV, Maven.
Maven would be fantastic.
Come on over.
Interviewing Maven would be a blast.
Maven's great. He did a thing. We're way over time, but I'm gonna go and throw this out there. On one of his shows, he mentioned that a couple of years back, he was in talks to do something on screen, like probably an announcer role.
Yeah.
And it fell through. It didn't end up happening. But the dude's got it. Like,
it's why he won.
Yeah. So, I mean, someone needs to snag him up and put him on camera.
None of us will ever forget the elimination of Taker.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'm going to throw one in there.
Because it was such a shocking thing.
None of us will forget the elimination of Taker or the attempted elimination the next WrestleMania, because he had turned heel within that year, and then he drop kicked him and started celebrating like he kicked him over, and then got his ass whooped.
He got his ass whooped after he eliminated him too, though. Because didn't he get thrown in like the popcorn machine or something, or the bathroom? Like, he got fucked up.
I think so. They made him earn that spot, but
it was worth it though.
It was worth it. Yeah, no. To the point, it's a buffet, and that's the way we should run this thing. We should always run it with respect. And like, if you want to tell me about the prime rib you had last night, that's fine. I'm gonna tell you about the oatmeal that I had this morning. So just, one for one. Let's have a conversation. What?
Look, Happy, we ain't doing you are not that old. The fuck? What are you, Grace?
Oatmeal's good. You throw some fruit in it? I ain't talking grits. I mean,
I'm just saying,
I'm country. I ain't that country.
Get Maven to come on the show. You should shoot that shot.
I don't think I won't.
Do it.
I'll put a clip of us saying before he
Do
did.
it. Do it.
Be like, hey, since you're stealing our stuff, can you at least come on and talk to us a little bit?
Seriously though, it'd be fucking awesome if we could get him. That'd be a blast.
It would be. And like MVP, that would be an awesome get too. I'd love to sit down and talk to him. He's got some takes that I don't quite agree with, but again, it's one of those like, as long as we can have a conversation, we're good.
And I feel like he 100% would.
Yeah. Plus, he's a badass. In case you didn't know.
He is. Oh, he is.
Do that jujitsu stuff. He'll whoop your ass. But all right. Anyway, this has been too long. I can't throw my love out enough to all of you that are with us and still rocking with us. I can't wait to see what happens in the future. So we will be back on Thursday. If 2K gets their heads out their asses, we'll play some 2K. If not, we'll probably kick up some more Fortnite. But we'll talk wrestling while we're doing it. So join us, drop questions. We'll talk about it. In the meantime, well, what?
And if you play Fortnite, tell us, because jump up in there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got the Fortnite channel over on our Discord. If any of y'all want to jump in and help and play too, then by all means, jump in. We'll sit and play with you too. But anyway,
That's not. That was not.
Pause. In the meantime, and in between time, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out at 2.
We stand together with pride. We're